just finished my first week of bodybuilding training.
This is so shaky.
Which is, yeah, you hold it steady,
You
man.
need a gimbal.
Yeah, I will get one soon enough.
Yeah.
But not yet. Yeah, finished my first week of bodybuilding training with Carter here, and it's been tough to say the least. It's been a very opposite type of training. So you'll see in some of the clips, by some of them I mean every single one of them, that I have speed and I can blast the weight up, but as soon as I get fatigued and tired, I have absolutely nothing in the tank. So it's like it either goes fast or it doesn't at all.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to build that, you know, mind-muscle connection to help grind through that stuff.
Yeah, and that's already getting better. Like literally 1 week in, like
Yeah.
the last rep is sort of a grind.
Yeah,
so it's like
exactly.
good to see that you're able to push through that.
Yeah, because being an Olympic weightlifter for 4 years, the last 4 years, all you're doing is accomplishing tasks with speed.
Yeah.
And so it's like any of your overhead pressing, even like kind of your rows, you just do because that's how you build your muscles. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Any squats, you go down slow and you speed and you go up fast. And so that's every single one of my muscle fibers is ready to do that type of movement. And so anytime I have to like contract now, it's super tough. So on those like chest flies that you saw at the end of the chest section, I guess, so I have no contraction at the top, but I have no issues getting it there at all if I have to. So it's this wham, and then I can't hold it whatsoever.
Yeah, just straight up and right back down.
Yeah, so that's something that I think is gonna be super beneficial for me, and especially getting like my left shoulder moving better. As you can.
Yeah, there's weakness in there for sure.
Yeah.
Like it shows in the incline pressing and stuff like that, where it doesn't want to stay in position and lock out.
Exactly, and that tricep just doesn't really work. So
yeah, top range of the motion is definitely where the weakness is.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I want to blast it fast from the bottom. So
all that power.
Yeah, so this bodybuilding training is gonna be fantastic for that, and I feel like I am gonna get pretty big. Yeah, we were talking earlier that I think as soon as I start to adapt, so like 4 weeks in, my body's gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember doing this back when I was 19 and 20, and it's just gonna put on size and I'm gonna blow up. Yeah. So I think it should be I should be able to see results pretty quickly.
Yeah, if you've already accrued that muscle, you're going to be able to get that way faster. Like that nuclei has already been donated into the muscle fiber itself, so it's just going to grow twice as fast.
Exactly.
Well, more than twice as fast. Like, yeah, that muscle memory it works fast.
And like my nervous system knows how to move heavy weight. It's just been taking a break from tree planting and all other things. So
yeah,
no, it's gonna be really fun. I'm super excited. Like
I'm super excited for it too. Actually, I really want to see how this goes.
Yeah. So one thing I gotta make sure I get the measurements of like my arms and my chest and legs and stuff.
Yeah.
To make sure that I actually have numbers as opposed to like here's the picture that I took in my bedroom at this point in every morning. Yeah,
it's nice to have some objective, kind of like an objective standard to try and follow, especially when you're bodybuilding and the numbers aren't as important.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, it's hard to gauge progress. Like if you feel shitty, you'll look in the mirror and be like, oh, I look shitty.
Yeah.
But like that's not actually what's happening. Right. It's more psychological.
Or you're like bloated one day.
Yeah, stuff like that. You can change
where my abs at.
Yeah. So it's nice to have some numbers.
Yeah.
Although it's obviously that has very little to do with the bodybuilding at all, but
I do want to get a journal again, because like you're keeping track of all your numbers.
Yeah.
And so you know like
progress wise, I'm
try
trying to
at the very least linear progress. Fuck.
Progressive overload.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good idea. So I'll probably either buy one or find a notebook just so I can keep track of numbers, and then just so I know where I'm at, so I don't have to fumble around and know where my fatigue levels are too. Because like the bench today was way weaker than last time's bench, but all the other accessory dumbbell exercises were higher.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, so it's not like a complete failure. It's like my shoulders must be tired in the bench because of the shoulder day we did 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But neurologically, I now remember those dumbbell movements, so it was easier for me to push a little bit more weight on those.
Yeah.
But,
It's a good day.
Good. gonna have to learn how to pose.
Yeah, dude,
Practicing a little bit.
I really kind of want to get like some time to go through posing. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I think we should make a video of that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it'd be a fun video.
Yeah, totally. I would. That's something I would want to post on my page for
Yeah.
sure. It's kind of cool.
You even teach me how to pose, even though you say you don't know much.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, it's. I don't know how to like cue for posing, but I know a thing or two.
Yeah.
So it's, you know.
Yeah, you know more than me.
Yeah, exactly. So you can learn something from me.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I really liked about posing when I was just, I think I was just at home, bored for whatever reason. I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was just like, just kind of posing and going through movements and trying to like just get contractions of different muscles. And I remember stopping doing it, or like when I finished, I was just like, damn, I feel really good.
Yeah,
so it's so much more than just like how you look and being a bodybuilder and looking like a bodybuilder. It's actually enjoyable, and I think there's definitely that mind muscle connection where you can actually build new motor patterns and recruit different fibers by intentionally concentrating on that one area.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about doing posing as like a form of training as well, just that isometric contraction of muscle and like finding the muscle like within, like, you know, consciously putting your mind into that muscle and flexing every last fiber of it. I almost like, especially with my dad, he's told me before, like, just what he used to do is just like stand there and flex like as hard as you can through his quads until that shit would just like cramp up, and like he truly believed that was like a staple in his quad training, and like it's cool.
Yeah, your body doesn't really know the difference if it's like compared to the contractions, right? It's like if it's contracting maximally, it's contracting maximally. It doesn't matter if it's under load or if it's like we did that band work today.
Yeah,
like, that
was good.
It's just something that you wouldn't normally do, but you're hitting that maximum contraction in a way that is different than something else. So you're still getting that same stimulus at whatever range. So even though he's just standing up and flexing his quads, he's getting that stimulus in that one position, which is fantastic. So you can almost have like prescribe posing as an accessory or potentially even a rehab-esque exercise.
Yeah.
Like if someone has an injured shoulder, you can just get them to like kind of pose and have fun in the mirror. Yeah. Because it would be fun too, wouldn't it?
It is fun, yeah. Like, it is kind of fun. Like especially when you start to get the hang of like transitions and like flow. It like if you can freestyle a little bit, like it is fun.
Then you got your a sense of creativity involved.
Yeah,
in it.
Exactly, and some expression, and I really like it actually. I'm liking where posing is going for me, anyways. But I'm just a super beginner right now. So.
Yeah, no, I totally think that posing could be something that's fun, and it's, I guess, to talk about my perception of it when I was just starting weightlifting, is that bodybuilders are all just full of themselves. They want to get on stage and show their body off and whatever.
So vain.
And then, but you actually like start to do it, and it's like, it's just fun.
Yeah, it's rewarding.
It's like, I'm sure there's people that do get on stage for that reason, as there's people who get into weightlifting just to try to be strong to impress other people.
Yeah.
But it's just, if someone enjoys doing it, and posing is that thing, like there's other ways to move your body in enjoyment. So why are we judging that particular type of movement?
Yeah.
So just trying to be not judgmental.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to, is just like trying to find understanding, or like if you can't find understanding, just find acceptance.
Yeah.
Because like really everyone's just doing what they want to do because that either makes them happy or they think it's going to make them happy, and like
it's like
that's what people should do. Yeah. That's the way it should be.
It's like people not minding their own business, you know?
Yeah, that as well. Like what are you doing?
Yeah, trying to like, I'm like, oh Carter, you shouldn't be doing that. That's a waste of your training to go and pose and spend whatever 10 minutes at the end of your workout just looking at yourself in the camera. It's like, who am I to say that you shouldn't do that? You know, it's like, it's not my problem. If I want to go and do 10 minutes of ab wheel instead, like, what kind of functional exercise is that compared to posing, you know?
It's your way or the highway.
Yeah. It's like if we didn't push into each other's business, I bet we'd all be a whole lot happier.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but hey, here we are.
Here we are, we're learning. We're trying to find some acceptance, trying to find some understanding.
That's what this channel is all about.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited for this channel.
so curious where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I really want to see like how far this can go and like what kind of engagement it comes out of this, because it is really cool and like you don't see a lot of this kind of content really.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just want to have conversations with people, because like I can talk in front of a camera, but I hate it, and it's like for whatever reason in my communication I need to have someone to bounce something off of, even if just like one point or whatever. And so yeah, just having one other person makes it so much better. And it doesn't, obviously right now it's only been you.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to always be like that. Like I would love to have other people on in other contexts.
Yeah.
Right, because obviously right now it's a lot on training, but in the future I don't want to have it all be fitness related. And so I just want to have other people on and just talk for 10 to 15 minutes while we're driving to whatever we're doing. You know, like these car chats are the perfect time to just sit down and talk about whatever comes up.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like about most podcasts, is that it's like so structured and it's interview style, and I don't want to interview people on this.
Yeah.
Like interviewing is so boring and mundane and superficial.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's have a conversation.
Yeah, if you can find a way to get information that's just like more organic and with less structure, I mean, lots of the time you get more out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, like that intro video I filmed for the announcement video for this channel.
Yeah.
It took me like 15 tries to get that. So I'm like, I need to hit this point, this point, this point, and this point. And I just couldn't do it. But now it's like, so I'm like struggling to speak to a camera, but then if I were to talk to somebody and have you there, I could list off those 4 points almost flawlessly.
Yeah.
You know, there's just something so different about that. And even in like when I recorded a bunch of videos about the carnivore diet, like all the information and research that I did, and it was really choppy. It was just hard for me to like talk and read, like speak through it, even though like all the information's there and I know it. But if I were to have a conversation with somebody, I feel like it'd be so much easier.
Yeah. It is hard to talk to the camera. Like even sometimes when I'm just answering questions on my story, like I'll just stumble and like won't be able to answer it, and I'm like, all I have to do is answer one question and it's written right in front of me. Like I just have to answer it, and I can't almost. It's hard. I
think some of it too is like the time. You know, it's like when you press record on the story, you only have 15 seconds.
Yes, that's the worst, dude. I don't know why. You can record for a whole minute normally, but if you're answering a question, it gives you 15 seconds and that's it. Like, what?
And you can't even like, it can't even be one of those 30-second videos, you know, you can hold it down and you can go for longer. No, you only have 15 with the answer tag there.
You're like panicking as soon as you press the button.
All right, I gotta go this answer question, this, and whoa, that was horrible, I gotta do it again. And that was the same thing with my intro videos, because I only had like 45 seconds. And so I'm like watching the timer as I'm talking. I'm like, okay, I gotta do this and this time. And you're just like, my brain just can't do it. So it's not something I'm good at. So eventually I'll get better. But yeah, I've warned people. It's like, hey, I suck at talking to the camera. Deal with it. Hopefully you're here for me first. By the time I get an audience, I'll be better at it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. All right, Carter's home.
I'm home, guys. All right, I'm out of here. We're in the darkness now, so.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching. Peace.